Hello, so I'm going to talk a little bit now about assisted reproduction techniques. So that includes IUIs and IVF. Acupuncture is a massive support to people who are going through IVF. So sometimes I might have supported somebody who's been trying to conceive naturally, and then they've just realised that actually, that they might need a bit of help, or that they don't want to wait anymore. So they start on the IVF process. Less commonly, I get people who are looking for support around IUI. So they tend to be maybe people who are in same-sex relationships, or women who are just going to do it by themselves, which is great. So I support people around all of these things, and acupuncture can be a massive support because not only does it work on your preconception health, which we've spoken about earlier, but it can also help with the stress and the emotions that are involved. So even though trying to conceive is itself massively stressful, I think once you start on any sort of assisted reproduction techniques, it kind of highlights all of that. Plus you have the drugs, which can sometimes not be much fun in terms of their side effects, and it just can put a massive spotlight on the whole process, so it can make the whole thing more intense. And acupuncture can be a really safe space to talk about your feelings, to talk about what you're feeling about while you're going through this process. It can really help to work on your preconception health. It can be, sometimes it's a place where people want to ask me things, or they want to cry, and all of that is fine, but it can really help with the emotional side aspect as well. So it really does help to make people feel less stressed, puts you into the sort of rest and digest mode. I get lots of people with stomachs gurgling after they've come for treatment, which is really good because that shows that you're relaxing. So and sometimes people they've just come just at the beginning of the IVF journey, and they just want 3 treatments. So if you are having IVF and you're looking for acupuncture and you just want the minimal amount of treatments, then people contact me, and I always say around egg collection is a really good time, and then before and after embryo transfer. So those are the ones that I emphasize. But of course it is all cumulative, so the more acupuncture you have, the better the effects are. And actually, if you can start coming before, if you're about to start IVF, if you can actually come and see an acupuncturist before you start on that road, that can actually be very beneficial, because we can start to give you lifestyle and dietary advice right from before you even start on the IVF or the IUI drugs. And acupuncture can help negate some of the side effects as well. So it's definitely worth coming for acupuncture as an adjunctive supportive therapy.